Okay, at some point I'm gonna get this comment, and I'm surprised I haven't gotten it yet, but might as well get in front of it. The good old-fashioned, oh yeah, but you can't, but your bow is only good because of the riven mods. If you didn't have that riven mod, your bow would be shit. Which is a fair and valid criticism. The introduction of rivens into this game definitely shifted the power balance that a lot of weapons had. There are weapons that are just straight up terrible, but are good if you have the right riven for it, because that riven basically gives you 3 extra stats, possibly, or 2 extra stats, or a couple of other things. And then there are also rivens that are just simply powerful in and of themselves, and the very addition of that would make any weapon really fucking strong. So today I just want to demonstrate the power of the Paris Prime and the Cernos Prime specifically, without the rivens, because sometimes we just want to know how powerful these weapons are when I say that they are some of the most powerful weapons in the game. We are of course going to be using level 100 Corrupted Heavy Gunners as our base. Now I don't know why I grabbed that energy, but whatever, that's fine. For a quick bit of baselining so we know how powerful these weapons are at the moment with the rivens that I have. My Paris Prime, 2 shots, a Corrupted Heavy Gunner at level 100, or 3 shots if I'm not lucky. So there's a little bit of RNG involved. Most of the time it's 2 or 3 shots, as you can see, like that. Oh, that was one particular fire that was particularly weak. Usually it's 3 shots, sometimes 2 shots if I'm lucky. And by lucky I mean if I get more red crits, then obviously I end up with 2-shotting a level 100 Corrupted Heavy Gunner as opposed to 3-shotting. Similar fashion with the Cernos Prime. If I were to use my Cernos Prime, where are you? Here we are. If I were to stick to vertical mode, so you know, the strongest we can, my Cernos Prime is strangely enough stronger than my Paris Prime. 2 shots all the time. But that's mostly because I'm also using heavy caliber on my Cernos Prime. I actually did a test. If I use heavy caliber on my Paris Prime, then I can also 2-shot. Usually. I can at least 2-shot a lot more often than I 3-shot if I were to use heavy caliber on my Paris Prime. Let's now have a look at the power of the Cernos and the Paris Prime without using rivens. Okay, we'll start off with Paris Prime and then we'll move on to Cernos Prime. So the Paris Prime, we have this riven that's really, really strong. We're also using Prime Shred, but for a demonstration of how to build a Paris Prime without having to use a riven, we're actually going to get rid of the riven, and then we're actually going to get rid of Prime Shred as well, because there is a dynamic combo that basically works with any weapon if you really want to get into it, and that is to use a Bane or Prime Bane mod and Hunter Munitions, because Hunter Munitions is super duper strong. Prime Bane mod actually makes it even stronger, so you're gonna have to remember to change the Bane mod to whatever faction you're actually fighting against, because using a Prime Bane of, say, Infested versus Corrupted enemies is completely and utterly useless. Using a Prime Bane of Guernier against Corpus enemies is completely and utterly useless. What can we do with a Prime Bane plus Hunter Munitions combo? We can actually produce slash procs that are super duper powerful. As you can see, even the damage coming out of the arrows themselves are already doing a lot. And that's with getting a viral proc. For this one we weren't so lucky, but generally speaking, if you get a slash proc on a corrupted enemy using Prime Bane of Corrupted, it gets a little bit on a little ludicrous side. There is our slash proc. It was doing 5 digits, and that is the real power of Prime Banes, or even Banes plus our slash mods. So we have a Corrupted Heavy Gunner that's about to die. There we go. Actually, we got 2 that died. There we go. If you don't get that slash proc though from Hunter Munitions, you're kind of losing the point. 37,000 on a slash proc tick, that is about a third of a level 100 Corrupted Heavy Gunner's health, and that is the real difference. If we were to just switch it to a regular Bane mod, of which I do have one for Corrupted, you can have a look at that again. Anytime between now and Christmas would be nice for that slash proc. 9,500 for a slash proc. So it's obviously not as big as a Prime Bane mod, We're still doing some 9,000 damage per tick, which is actually a huge deal, because I think corrupted heavy gunners have about 90,000? 80,000? I don't remember. Point is, if you get a red crit, then you can do 26,000 per tick. If you do a regular orange crit or yellow crit, you get probably somewhere around 9,000 per tick, and that's huge because it takes out about 1/10 of their health. And that ignores armor. Slash procs! Woo! Gotta love them! And that is how you could potentially build the Paris Prime to become really, really powerful without having to use a ribbon. Now, the Cernos Prime is a little bit more interesting in the sense that the Cernos Prime, as I was saying, it is a little stronger than my Paris Prime now because I am using heavy caliber in order to turn this weapon into a full-on shotgun bow. But if we were to take out the ribbon, what we can do is put Prime Bane again and use Hunter Munitions if you really, really want to. If we actually just leave it as is, I wonder how powerful it is. I actually haven't done this particular test. Okay, cool. So in much the same way that it only takes 2 arrows to kill a level 100 corrupted heavy gunner, or rather 2 volleys of arrows, because we're not shooting 2 arrows specifically. In much the same way that it only takes 2 volleys of arrows using vertical mode to kill, or in this case 3, to kill a corrupted heavy gunner at level 100, it seems to do so with just Prime Bane mods. Truly fascinating. And again, if you were to use something like Hunter Munitions, you would actually have a much better time using this weapon than you would with the Paris Prime, because again, you're shooting multiple arrows, so you have multiple opportunities for a 30% chance to get that slash proc from doing a crit attack? You know what I mean. So, yeah, as long as you see that slash proc, you're golden, because those slash procs are going to do so much damage. 15,000 per tick, but we're doing like multiple ticks, so it ends up being 30,000 per tick, which is about the same as the Paris Prime, and that is what makes a huge difference. So again, if you really want to build these weapons, there are ways to build them without using a ribbon. You don't necessarily need that. You could just work your way towards some mods that do take a little bit of time to get, namely Prime Bane of whatever and Hunter Munitions. Hunter Munitions you can just get from doing Plains of Eidolon missions. In particular, I think it's... I can't remember. I think it's ghouls, and you can leave it in the comments if I got it wrong. It's probably ghouls, I don't remember. Is it? Anyway, and with the Prime Bane of Corrupted, you just have to wait for Barrowketeer to sell it. So hopefully this helps alleviate any and all problems that people may have with weapons like these. They are strong, they've always been strong, and there are ways to build them without having to resort to using a ribbon. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Otherwise, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more WarFrame content. Hey Clive, you're a fatty big fuckhead, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!